is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a book outlet unboxing and haul. Box right here. I'm pretty sure I have 9 books in here that I purchased for around $50, so let's jump right on in. Got our packing slip and all of our paper. And so the first book that we pulled out here is The Seven Princes of the Thousand-Year Labyrinth, Volume 1. This is by Ettore Haruno. I actually purchased the second volume of this one in a previous book outlet order. It was cheap. It was something that I was very interested in, and now that they had the first one on there, I am finally able to read them in order. I really do like the way that the art style is on these. I am very picky about my manga art styles, and that is something that can make or break a manga and anime series for me. I don't know too much about this, but I believe it has something to do with like different people that could be the next emperor or something, so I'm very interested in this one. And then I also picked up Otome Mania Volume 2. This is by Tsukugase Yurano. This one is almost the exact same thing as the previous one. I bought Volume 1 off of Book Outlet the last time I did an order, and I saw that they had Volume 2 on the site, so I had to pick it up. I have seen this in the bookstore that I work at, recently actually, so I was very surprised to find this on Book Outlet. But again, this is another manga series that I was interested in starting, and now that I have 2 volumes, I believe this one's actually quite new, they don't have very many volumes out. Now that I have 2 volumes, I can jump right on into that. Again, the art style on here looks amazing. I am very excited. And then I picked up American Gods by Neil Gaiman. They had a few different Neil Gaiman books on the website, and I already have his Stardust in this version, and I actually really like the covers on these. I don't know exactly who is the artist. Oh, Robert McGinnis. Robert McGinnis is the artist. But the art style, especially on these books, is amazing. I absolutely love it. And so when I saw a couple more of these on Book Outlet, I had to pick them up. So I did pick up American Gods. Again, I don't know too much about this, except for I do believe there's supposed to be some sort of like mythology, and this one is a chunker of a book. I'm very excited about this. I'm hoping to really enjoy this one. And then I also picked up Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. This again has those really pretty covers. I just absolutely love these editions of the books. I don't know too much about this one either. This is one that I don't hear people talk about as much from Neil Gaiman, but I do believe it's set in London, and there's some sort of like maybe magical realism or fantasy aspect to it. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm very excited to pick this up. And then I also picked up Occultic 9 Volume 2. This is by Shikura Chiyomaru. Again, this is the same sort of thing as those mangas that I picked up. This one actually is a light novel, so not an actual anime, but I picked up Volume 1 last time. I saw they had Volume 2 on the site. I haven't gotten to read them yet, but I was very excited for them, especially since they were quite cheap. Again, I don't know too much about this one. I do believe it has something to do with like the occult, but also a science aspect. I am just super excited to have this because I do believe I will be able to read these pretty quickly because they are light novels. Obviously, I could read a manga quicker, but I also just absolutely love the covers on these. All of this stuff is just super great art style. And then I also picked up Hook's Tale. This is by John Leonard Peelmeyer. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I do believe this is supposed to be like Hook's story from Peter Pan as told by Captain Hook himself. I actually really like it when they take the Peter Pan sort of story and sort of turn it into almost like Hook could be the good guy. I don't know if that's exactly what's going to happen here. I am all for characters with those gray moral areas, but I am super excited to read this one. I can't remember who talked about it on BookTube, but I did see it somewhere and it just sounded amazing. The next 2 books I actually picked up by the exact same author. The first one I have is The Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine, and then I also picked up The Wish Granter. These are books in a series, but I believe they're companion novels that are supposed to be almost like retellings of fairy tales. This one I believe is a Snow White one, and this one a Rumpelstiltskin one, I'm pretty sure. These were ones that I have heard talked about on YouTube for a while, and I haven't heard anything lately, but every single time I've heard about them, I was very intrigued. I did pick up the hardcovers because they are gorgeous. Like when you open them, the end papers are just adorable. Like I can't stand it. It's amazing. And then you also have the naked book has this here, and then also the apple there. And then for the Wish Granter, we have blue end papers. And then the same sort of thing there, if you can see it. There we go. And then also on here, it looks like there's a needle. I'm pretty sure this one's a Rumpelstiltskin one. Either way, I'm very excited. I have been in the mood for fairy tale retellings currently, and so I'm very, very excited to have these ones. And last but not least, I picked up Vincent and Theo. This is by Deborah Helligman. This one is a non-fiction book, but first of all, this cover is gorgeous. I think it fits the book perfectly, at least from my understanding of it so far. I'm quite picky with my nonfiction books. They usually have to be about something that I'm very, very, very interested in. And while I'm not going to say I'm an avid like art fan or Vincent van Gogh fan, I mean, the cover of this book grabbed me at first. I've heard amazing things about it. I think it was even a runner-up for some award. I can't exactly remember. But also, if you're a Doctor Who fan, if you made it to that Vincent episode, I mean, that, I have to know more. I have to know some of this. I didn't even know that he had a brother. So this is supposed to be about Vincent van Gogh and his brother Theo. I'm super interested. They even have their like portraits here on the back. They even have like pictures in here. I'm very excited for this one. And so that's everything that we have in the box. I absolutely love BookOutlet. They are a great choice for when you're trying to find books on a budget. All of the books are new books. These are a great way to find some books, especially some newer releases. It just really depends on what they get, but they have a great range. I end up being that person that ends up putting books in my carts, and then they sit there for a while. I go back and forth on whether I want to buy them or not. And then for this one, there was one book, I believe it was one of the mangas, where when I was, for whatever reason, on there putting stuff in my cart, it said there was only one left, and so I was like, okay, I am purchasing this right now, everything in the cart, no matter what. BookOutlet does have a deal where I believe if you reach $35 worth of books, you do get free shipping to the United States, and so that is what I usually try to do. I don't like to purchase books and then have to pay for extra shipping, especially since the shipping is usually the price of a book or two on their website. I am super excited for these books. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you've read any of these books. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up every Monday and Thursday, so I will see you then. Bye!